Is everything working? Feels quieter somehow. God of War Ragnarok now available on Steam. Alright. No, you can't gamble while we wait. What are you doing? Everything's closed for sale. Ah, a cute girl on my screen. Oh, fucking get it. Fucking get her off. Is it gone? Is it gone? Fucking hope so. Alright. Cute girls are too intimidating. Alright, can't do it. Take 3. Adorable. Thank you. Alright, does everything look dandy again? Does everyone feel happy, healthy, adorable? I hope everyone feels happy and adorable. T. Alright, we wait 2 minutes, and if no frames drop within that time, then we win. Oh my god, it is a cute girl, you right? Seems fine for me. Orb is looking over Wings' shoulder. Yeah, he looks almost angelic up there, doesn't he? May Orb bless this stream with his orb of mighty power. If cute girls are too intimidating, you must have a weird time passing mirrors. Joke's on you. I barely look into the mirror. No. No, it's the mirror is on the back of my door. So I can't really, like, even from here, I can't even really see myself. So it's fine. She says, having a camera in front of her and seeing herself like this right now. This is looking good. It's almost, wait for it. All right, it's been 2 minutes with no drops. So we're gonna trust that everything works. Ha, Wings just admitted she was cute. Fuck, I didn't. Okay, that's a lie. I'm not cute, okay? I could be cuter, okay? Hashtag not cute enough, and that's okay. We're working on it. Oh yeah. Alright. With containers for plushies. Wait, what? Oh, your mirror's blocked with containers. Hey, look in the mirror. That's okay. Continue. Alright. Oh, my stream deck's not up. Guys, my deck. I need to fix it. Hold up. Guys, just look at the... Just... Oh, cool. Fuck! I was trying to... I pressed the wrong button. Okay, we're fine. Okay, we already saw this cutscene. Look! Oh no. Here we go. There we go. It's okay. I knew what don't worry, there was nothing. It went black for a reason, okay? I was trying to go into a full screen mode, but the full screen mode apparently is just not set up. Alright. Guys, when in doubt, just restart your computer. No matter how stubborn you may be. The Yatagarasu! You, accursed Yatagarasu. Kay, you. I like how that seems to be inferring that Kay did something as the Yatagarasu, but we know now that there are 2 Yatagarasus, so high probability that there is one Yatagarasu who's being a bitch. And probably and Kay might have saved Edgeworth by pushing him out the window or something. We'll see. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well today. Let's ignore that entire, like, intro and stuff. Oh my god, what are we on? That took a whole 40 minutes of my time, okay? Not worth it, okay? There are cooler things I could be doing, which is playing this game. Alright, let's get into this. I always tell myself that, I'll try and get through this even quicker. I think what I'll try to do is I'll start skipping some dialogue here or there. Because obviously it gets a little wordy, or they're doing a particular gag over and over again, and that's fine, but my poor voice is dying. So, you know, progressively over the course of time. So I'm going to try and figure it out. is the point. Anyway, yeah. All good. Heck yeah. I'm just double checking my shifts for this week. Sorry. Alright. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Dialogue is important. The pauses take more time but gives you a rest. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Tap. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I can do this now. Spur wrinkle positivity. And this one. Chat is cute. Alternative reasons to drink chocolate milk. Alternatively, reasons to drink chocolate milk. Definitely for the throat. What? Chocolate milk would be terrible for your throat. What are you talking about? Between the milk and the chocolate? Nah. Ruin everything. Hashtag water times. Maybe I just need to have like a hot tea beside me at all times. Always helps mine. How? I'm genuinely curious because I'm pretty like the first thing I was told in relation to like singing stuff at like church or like my sister doing singing lessons and the like was always don't drink milk before singing. You know what I mean? Like I know that's singing and not necessarily talking a heap, but it's not great for you. Milk helps my throat. Damn. Skyrim, Chucky milk. That does sound like a good time. I played Skyrim today. I had to start a whole new save because I got a new computer and I had to re-put in mods and stuff like that. So I'm trying to catch up to where I kind of was last time, like in my last save that I was working on, which obviously takes time. But I've decided to just kind of stick with like the Thieves Guild quest at the moment. So I'm kind of just following all the way that through. I'm up to where you go to Caselmo to get the rubbings to bring back to Enther for the Gallus's journal. If you know, you know. Alright, let's do this. Yeah. Let's do this. Alright. March 14th, 10:17 a.m. I always like the fact that it'll give you exact dates in relation to what's going on, because my brain's just always like, do you have to? No, you could literally just say 10 a.m. at some point and would go with it. March. It's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea. Especially after what a whirlwind the past few days have been. Not for long. On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent murder. The next day, I investigated a kidnapping and a murder at the Gatewater Land theme park. And later that night, a detective's dead body welcomed me back to my office, along with a thief who was out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. Which is interesting because they said that might be the Yatagarasu. They like theorized it could be the Yatagarasu. I'm not convinced because K, I feel like would have been more upfront. I think they do say it's like a male's voice too. Which also means that it's not Ms. Yu either, which means, yeah, it is just a general thief and not the Yatagarasu. Even though there was I think there was like a card that was left here. Not convinced. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? Well, at least I have today. All I ask is that I be allowed to spend it quietly. Ah, this poor man. He doesn't know he's jinxing himself. Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! This is big, big, I tell you. How did you get into my office? How did you get here? You know there's like 3 levels of security to get up to here. What are you doing in my office, please? What? Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly the phrase, the fragility of dreams, comes to mind. Are you talking about fragile dreams? Come on, let's go. The fake Yatagarasu isn't going to just find herself, you know. Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid a visit last night by your fake. Say what? Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far. So I must insist that you be patient on this one, Kay. What's with you today? Are you sure you aren't sleep talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important that I want you to see. Oh, and that is... Packet. Take a look at this. On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secrets. Sure, I like the way the Phantom Thieves do it better, but that's fine. That's quite a bold declaration to send to an embassy. Also, it's an embassy, like, what the fuck? I suppose it was inevitable that a newspaper would catch wind of this. The day the card mentions is today. Today, huh? Come on, we gotta hurry, the embassy awaits! I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating? Well, it's a really special country, and I'm actually really fuzzy on the details. But never mind that. Where's all your energy? Why are you so lackadaisical today? I'm not, Kay. You're just too wound up. Well, then you should get too wound up too. Because this just might be our chance to catch the woman. You mean you miss you? Okay, yeah, alright. We saw this, like, literally, like, yesterday night. Less than 24 hours ago, come on. Callisto. Why does that word ring a bell in my brain? I don't know what it is, though. Is it, like, a different type of tree? Who's this girl and where is she from? So, oh my god. What's happened? So she's a kid. She is the kid of the original Yatagarasu that 7 years prior to this current storyline was involved in was around when Miles Edgeworth was making his debut as a prosecutor, where Faraday, who was originally the prosecutor in charge of a case, ended up getting killed alongside someone else in a room by themselves. Kay, obviously, being the daughter of this man, was sad, and she went away. And someone else was proven to be the Yatagarasu. But now, Kay has come into the scene and she's like, my dad was actually the real Yatagarasu all along. I have this cool tech and I'm now a cool thief girl. And she's helping, so she wants to track down the fake Yatagarasu, which is the Callisto U that accused of doing it 7 years ago. So obviously any movements in relation to the Yatagarasu she's interested in because she wants to find out who's gone around being a fake. And, you know, I don't know, just call them out for being bad. The Maya Fey of this game. Yes. Everyone knows the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a calling card. Alright, yeah, alright. They keep repeating this line. The target is always totally unaware that the Yatagarasu's paid them a visit. That's what makes the real Yatagarasu so awesome. Also, Yatagarasu's card that's shown in this article, it looks to me as though it could be genuine. See, that's the thing. Whoever it is, this person isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yatagarasu. If this isn't a clue, then that woman's involved, then nothing is. I didn't even notice she was wearing gloves until just then, and I'm real sad about it. Look at those gloves, they're barely covering her hand. Like it look like they barely come this far down her hand. Wait, there are a few preparations I must make before we go. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. Okay, so it's literally just inverted. Someone has a black card, someone has a white card, which they kind of prefaced in the opening. Interesting. Alright. What, do Sora and Miles have an interest in one another? What? No. There's like, he's like more than 10 years older than her. She's 17, he's probably like 28, I think, at this current storyline. It's more like friendly kid and father energy, honestly. You know, he's just a tired father just trying to figure out stuff, and she's the energetic young kid. Kind of like how Miles and Maya and Phoenix. Wow, that was a massive time jump. We went from 10 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m. Theatrum Neutralis. By the light of this night's glorious moon. We are ready. Ready to embark on our nightly outing. And this is where our tale begins. Cute. Huh. What a coincidence. I'm turning the sound up. Give me a second. Maya loves the Still Samurai. So does Edgeworth. Edgeworth, we need to have a conversation about your phrasing. Kay is basically Edgeworth's Maya, complete with the inability to stop or control them. I'm confused. I missed a little bit. What do you need to know, Aelin? Who would have thought that a Still Samurai stage show would ever be at such an elegant theater inside a foreign embassy? That's what's happening. I'm here for it. Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Still Samurai, sushi, slash. I got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. I think you're just hungry. I suppose it really is more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. Edgeworth, you nerd. I have to say though, this embassy is a setup. Is set up kind of funny. What? Who the heck are the samurai? This is a TV show that is a part of the world of the Phoenix Wright world. So the Steel Samurai it's basically like a TV show. Like if you just think of the Power Rangers, but instead it's like a Steel Samurai instead or something. And it's real popular, and Miles Edgeworth is a complete nerd for it. Oh, hey Hannah, or whatever you call yourself these days. Thanks! Hi! Hello to you too, Sleepy, if that's even your real name. I love you. No props, Anne, anytime. I mean, they have two countries sharing the same building! Well, as you said yourself, this place in the country, it houses are very special. Even this theater is special in that it is a neutral zone, shared by the two countries. So let me get this straight. The Still Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the two countries? One that's called the Kingdom of AEST, right? What the fuck is happening? Yes, it would appear that the Still Samurai is very popular in that country as well. Seems that way. But you know what I'm really into? The jamming ninja. The Republic of Babal is sponsoring a jamming ninja stage show. That's something for fangirls like me. We totally gotta go see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. The jamming ninjas show is gonna kick the Still Samurai show's rear end. You know, ever since I first met this girl, I've always had this inkling that what she really wants to be is not a thief, but rather a ninja. So anyway, about today's event. What's it called again? The Kingdom of AEST versus the Republic of Babal Goodwill Jubilee. Okay. Explosions are expressions of affection, right? I think a lot of people would say no. But hey, you know, whatever floats your boat. I don't know what to tell you, man. Explosions are a sense of affection. Sorry, I'm putting moisturizer on my hands because my hands are literally dying. Any day I have off, I need to like remember to basically do a coat of hands, like hand moisturizer, like all of the time, because the next day I go to work, my hands are just gonna die again, and it's sad. Final Fantasy VII Remake Yuffie. Yeah, she's a bit like Yuffie. Now that you've said that, yeah, basically Yuffie. Less blundering into danger, though. She seems to be pretty cautious when all things, kind of. If I change it now, I won't be able to change it for 60 days. Your name. Should I change my name? I don't know, Lil. Do you feel like there's something that resonates in your soul? More than Sleepy Lily Flower? Kay is way better than Yuffie and less of an asshole. That's true. The small European countries of the Kingdom of Alabast and Republic of Babal. These two countries used to be a single entity that was abundant with nature. And it was called the Principality of oh, it all comes back around. The Godopia. Fuck, I hate that name. Every time I look at it, my brain goes. Jinjo! Yo, Goat Mom, how you doing? Raid time beans! Yes, the beans! Thank you for the raid, Goat Mom. How you doing? Hope your day's been well. We're just playing more Edgeworth because this is our life now until Echoes of Wisdom. I'm so excited. How you doing? Escape. No, they escaped. Catch him. Throw him into the fire. Destroy it. How you doing? What you been up to? Resent K being compared to her mostly because Yuffie made my life hell in the original one, trying to get her. That's fair. Hell yeah. Thank you, Daft. Capodia. Is everything alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm alright. Moving on. After a period of civil unrest, the country is split in two, though signs of their past remain. My question is, where does the Zheng Fa stuff come into, is my question. Been good. Been playing Minecraft till the nether lagged my stream. Hecky. That's no good. But hey, Minecraft's fun. Where are you up to in Minecraft? Like, have you defeated any bosses? Or are you, like, prepping for the Ender Dragon? What you up to? For example, their flags preserve the flower and butterfly motifs to this day. Godopia, right? The KG-8 incident and what was referred to as the second KG-8 incident, in which an embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of Godopia. In the 7 years that have passed, the country may have split in two. However, the Yatagarasu still sent a calling card here. What could it all mean? What the fuck? Minecraft movie? Oh. I really hope they just change it to fully animated. Making a live action of something doesn't make it better, guys, okay? Have you seen how much good anime there is out there? Just stick with anime. That butterfly looks far too familiar, and possibly the flower. Shit, I was hoping it was in my, I was hoping to have a look at it again to have as a frame of reference, but it's like real small over here. Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me, what were you talking about? Oh, if you could stop spacing out on me. Anyway, we were talking about the Alabast versus the Babal Goodwill Jubilee. The two countries have had a pretty bad relationship with each other. But supposedly they've been trying really hard to make up recently. That's why they decided to hold this event. If that's the case, then why the verses? Also, both countries claim to own the real Prima Duck statue. A national treasure to both. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today to see which one's the real deal. Right, that is very helpful. Minecraft movie! I can't wait to watch it and move it to hell and back. I'm actually excited for it to come out. I can't wait. I am a little sus, okay? It's a lore server. Okay. What's a lore server in Minecraft? Is that where you like... Is it like a cosplay? Wait, what the hell is it called? It's like GTA, where you can go into servers where you basically just play your character as like an NPC. and you have like actual roles in the environment? Or is it, but in Minecraft, or is it different? Roleplay. Is it roleplay? I think, yeah, you're probably right. One Piece live action, good or bad? Oh, the One Piece live action's good. Will it remain good? We'll see. There's been new images coming out showing off Tony Chopper, about how he's going to look in the TV show, and like honestly, that's the annoying thing. Most things in One Piece, I feel like there's a lot of stuff you can get away with, okay? And then there's something like Tony Chopper, and you sit there and you're like, how do they do this? You know, even when you have like the tiger forms or something of people, like I feel like you can figure that out. But Tony's very once in a lifetime. Alright. Okay, need I remind you to take care and not succumb to your thieving desires? Well, when it comes to treasure, can't help myself. You know that. She'd better be saying that in jest. Hey, I can read your body language, you know, and you got it all wrong. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. I know. And although we don't know if the Atagrassi will make an appearance, I suppose we should still spend some time examining this place. Yay! I mean, there are pamphlets about the two embassies here on the table. Okay, so 2 hearts and the neutral theater. Oh, looks weird to me. The country split into two a few years ago, and they've shared the building and its grounds 50-50 ever since. I mean, that's honestly awfully nice of them to come into that agreement. Oh, I guess it's because they don't have the money to build 2 separate ones, huh? Yeah, you're right. I should think that's not the reason why I came. I suppose I'll just help myself to one of these. Wait, what? Why is there a hubbub? I barely investigated anything. What is all the hubbub? Oh. Hey, look! It's the Steel Samurai! And he's got his son, the Iron Infant! Oh god, I didn't know that was the kid. With him. The Iron Infant? What is that child? Is that child okay? Anyway, let's ignore him. I have people to talk to. This is the perfect angle! Go, my image. Travel across the wave world and into every TV or set around the globe. A more honest approach to appearing on TV might serve your ambitions better. You know, I've seen a lot of these shows in a bunch of other places, but today's show is like they went for a complete comedy. Yeah, in that last move, Samurai Sushi Slash, I could help but laugh. I know, right? And that Pink Princess movements was really stiff. In the middle of the show, I could swear that I hear her hip crack. Oh, I know, I thought that too. The Pink Princess has a bad hip. Seriously, just what were they thinking, you know? So, I suppose there's no graceful way to enter this conversation. That's literally me and my sister walking out of a cinema. 10 more minutes, no, and 5 more minutes. But isn't it really bad for me to spend time doing this? It's no use. Would someone please just tell me what I should do? You appear to be troubled by something. May I be of any assistance? Leave me alone. I'm trying to figure out just the right time to talk to that girl over there. And if I mess up, it'll be because I'm talking to you right now. Somehow I get the feeling he's about to fall flat on his face. Well, let's just do him as he wishes. Flags! The national flag of the Kingdom of Alabast is on the display here. The crest on it features a flower. Flowers and butterflies are kind of random motifs for a flag, don't you think? Well, when they used to be Cordopia, the government used to take pride in its land. Citizens also loved the rich, bountiful nature all around them, thus the design. Hey, if the Steel Samurai got popular enough, do you think they'll put him on the flag? Are you in your right mind, Kay? Huh? Or maybe the Charming Ninja would make a better candidate. Ugh, don't make me laugh. Only the Steel Samurai deserves such an honor. I still can't imagine someone like Edgeworth, like, finding out Edgeworth is super into the Steel Samurai is like finding out, like, when, oh, this bitch It's like when you find out there's like a lot of, no, obviously no shade, but I'm just saying a little shade. When you find out there's a lot of grown people who are like super into My Little Ponies. It's like the same vibe, you know what I mean? Where you sit there and you're like, really? And they're like, absolutely. And you're like, all right, fair. I like how there's actually like a different person in charge on one side than the other side. Shows how it was like split down the center, you know? And here we are, reporting live from the Theatrum Neutralis. As you can see, tonight's audience is full of enthusiasm. Let's see what this member of the audience has to say. Well, that was good. Let's do one more run through. Excuse me, well, when are you ready to film for real? Would you mind giving me a call? Since you didn't hear a single word I just said. May I speak with you for a second? It's the Steel Samurai. Guaranteed we're gonna find out the murderer or Yatagarasu is inside that costume and is whole and actually has inside the base where the Iron Infant is, they've like hidden like a bomb or something. That's what we're gonna find out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? Please excuse me. It's just that I've never seen a superhero up close before. To Mr. Edgeworth, Steel Samurai Daddy. Married man of near Old Tokyo. This guy doesn't. Steel Samurai Daddy. What? Looks like he's written something down for you. To Edgeworth, from Steel Samurai Daddy. Married man of near Old Tokyo. What an autograph? Pretty cool that you got one, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Guarantee, again, the person was like, shit, I need to get this man off me because he seems to be suspicious of me, so I'm just gonna write something and knows nothing about the Steel Samurai. I'm calling it! It's suspicious! Mr. Steel Samurai, Ambassador Elbow is waiting for you. No! Don't let them in! We'll proceed to enter the Kingdom of Alabast. The Steel Samurai isn't only here for the two countries tonight, but rather can be thought of as a goodwill ambassador from our own country as well. There he goes, off to spread goodwill to the world. He really does seem like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment now. Cue to camera. In just a few seconds, the Jamming Ninja stage show is set to begin. After this show, the Jamming Ninja will enter the Republic of Babal. He is set to meet with the Ambassador of Babal at that time. The Jamming Ninja show is about to start. We gotta get back to our seats. No, I didn't talk to whoever her name is. I forgot her name. Isn't Alabasta from that one anime? Yes. What's it called? Yeah, Spy Family. Lily, I swear to God. Effie Lily. We're back to Effie Lily. Lily, please. Why? Why do you hurt me so? Do you not remember all the time we spent together? Regrettably, I don't have much of an interest in the ninjas. Wow, this show is good. It will change your mind. Come on, we gotta hurry. No, I didn't told you to go. If we miss even a second of the Jamming Ninjas awesome playing, I'll never forgive you. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, Kay? Alright. Yes, for like 60 days. Bare minimum. I could listen to a ninja marked for death's lullaby song all day. His superb playing and the sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice, now that's Jamming Ninja's greatest weapon. Those pieces of Jamming Ninja merchandise over there, I've gotta have them. I really want the hair stick they're selling. Exclusive at these shows. It looks like a pencil, but that's fine. They're exactly like the ones the heroine, Princess Misola, wears in her hair. Anyway, hold it right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem likely the Yatagarasu will be making an appearance tonight. Most likely it was simply a prank. No way, I just know the Yatagarasu will show. But I thought you said that the Yatagarasu doesn't send calling cards. Yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wound up being a wild goose chase. But that card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. Oh god. She's gonna give me an aneurysm. Okay. A genuine fake? Well, how can I put this? The Yatagarasu's mark that's on the calling card is always the same as my mark. Get it now? We've got a problem. What? Yatagarasu has been spotted in Alabast. What? You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Ha! So you finally decided to show yourself, you phony! No, Kate! Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but I will need you to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey, the Steel Samurai just walked straight on through without one. Now, if you don't mind, let me through. My phony is going to escape. Okay, a country's embassy is considered to be a part of the country itself. If you don't go through the proper procedures to enter the country, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm gonna enter through Babal and climb over the wall into Alabast. Hold it! You would tell a prosecutor straight that you intend to illegally enter another... Okay, are you listening to me? I love the idea of him still saying this right beside him. She's just 10,000 meters away. Okay, Friday, and I'm coming through. Yes, and welcome. Someone stop her, anyone. This is funny. Poor Edgeworth. Damn, now I have to get used to this name again. It's alright. I still wonder what my class and subclass would be IRL. Obviously, what is the sound I'm hearing? 6:12 p.m. Oh, this poor boy. Screenshots. He huffing and puffing. Okay, where are you? Don't tell me you really found some way over this fence. Duh. Fire! This is too big for us to handle! Looks like the Yatagarasu came to Babal too! Oh shit! You accursed Yatagarasu! Kay! You had better be alright, wherever you are! Oh dear. Oh my god, what is she doing here? 6:45 p.m. Alright, 30 minutes later. How do I explain this? I'm disappointed in UK. I'm also surprised to see Sheena here. I told you it wasn't me! Hold it! Oh my god. Oh my god. Kay, are you alright? Do I look alright to you? Now can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of this? Why is everyone suddenly here? Like it's Christmas! Did you guys get a Christmas invite? Well, sir, it's this. Oh! Oh shit, he has the key on him! Oh shit, but there's another thing too. What the fuck? It wasn't me! It was already dead when I ran in here, hot on the heels of the fake Yatagarasu. I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the open air stage. A suspicious person. A long black coat and a hood over their head. I dare you to tell me that's not suspicious. When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they must be the fake Yatagarasu. So I chased after them into the embassy, then into here and then lost sight of them. But I just know that person is the one who did it. What are you so worked up over? There is no reason for you to be this loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary? Sheena, I believe your name is, correct? And if you're making an arrest, I assume you have evidence that it was Kay who committed a crime. Is that also correct? Praise chicken. Alright. Praise chicken! Oh yeah, we were talking about Lily's class and subclass. What class would Lily be? I mean, I definitely feel like a warlock is very fitting. You know what I mean? Warlock could be very fitting. Actually, you know, like, You could be a druid, and then you can transform into any form you want to be. Like a chicken. That's the real reason to be a druid. I know, guys, I know I talk a lot about how I would probably be a bard or something, but hey, druid. I could turn into a chicken. Isn't that the life we all want to really be living? If only that worked that way. I know, right? Just constantly have it up. Never transform. Oh, you meant into animals? No, I meant I was inferring other options as well. You refuse to answer. Sunglasses. I don't need to answer. She's so pretty. You're merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning you have no investigative authority. Hey, pal, just what the heck does what she just said mean? Well, we're literally on the CDP, CDP. Well, one of the republics, Alabast Kingdom or something. So we have to abide by the laws. The only question is, why is Zhang Fa here? It happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction, the end. And seeing as how this building is sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we like. Unfortunately, Detective, embassies are a different matter. Huh? Gumshoe, how do you not know this? This office is considered to be a part of the Republic of Babal, which means that anything that happens in here defaults to the control of the fuck my life. Babalese, sorry, government and I'm gonna say Balalese, no, but Babalese, but why would they do this to me? Balbalese, Babalabali, the Babylore, that's respectful of other countries, giving them exclusive extraterrestrial rights, not extraterrestrial. That's a little different, just a little bit. Space, specifically space. Yeah, not sure if I want to change my class around my gender. That is completely fair, but I'm just saying it could be an option, okay? And also, chickens. Don't you just want to be a chicken? The chickens are waiting for you, Lily. They're calling your name. What? Lily? Why would I want to be evil? Chickens aren't evil. They're beautiful, innocent creatures, okay? That deserve all our love. My poor chicken. It's okay. You're a good chicken. It's a little bit of fluff on you. There we go. Alright. Extraterrestrial? Extraterrestrial? Sir, do you really mean the truth is out there? Oh my god, I made the same mistake as Gumshoe. I'm literally embarrassed for myself. I'm like, whoops. What am I on? Okay. Listen, guys, the truth is out there. Alright, you just gotta find it in your heart. Basically, our country's laws do not apply inside the embassy of another country. We can help them investigate, though, I'm sure. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Our authority to investigate was effectively nullified the second we entered this place, which means we can do little here in this situation. I still have the question of how did Gumshoe get here, much less before me. No way, sir. Please leave this matter in Interpol's hands and go home. Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, you're not Mr. Edgeworth. Hold it. In that case, allow me to join your investigation. Who the fuck is this? It's sus a fuck. Like, Ambassador Pelano. I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. It's really nothing. Hola. Hi, House. Good morning. Manny was my secretariat, so of course I want to help you as much as I can. In fact, it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Francisco, Well, well, I never managed. I'd meet you here of all places. Edgy poo. This is an embassy, meaning you have no authority to conduct. Oh, ready? What is it? Ambassador Paleno. This is gonna be a terrible time. And you are? I'm Miles Edgeworth, public prosecutor. Ask that you allow me to investigate this case as Ms. Von Karma's assistant. Perfect. Assistant? Gumshoe's getting the kick. Miles, what the heck do you think you're... Please, I implore you, Ambassador Paleno. Very well. I'll be counting on the two of you, Ms. Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. What did you mean that you'll be Mr. Von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do I, detective? If I don't become Francesca's assistant, I can't participate in this investigation. There you go again, running at the mouth with that aloof expression on your face. Francesca, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet, but at least I do know one thing, that you are now my subordinate. Please don't whip me. Shit! God damn it! I forgot. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you, should you have a brain lapse. Thanks. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you're done playing games. Right, let's begin the investigation. Yay! Investigating murder. Bruno song. Which song? Can I say she's kinky yet? Yes, you can say she's kinky. She's her proper age now. She is 19. She's at least above 18, so you're good now. She's still really young in this case. How old is... I mean, I think I did say before that if before Miles was probably like 17, 18 when he was doing his debuting as a prosecutor. So there could still be like he's 25. Maybe Edgeworth is only 25 in this. Colliers Peleno. Ambassador Babal, who will do absolutely anything for his country's tourism industry. That's suspicious. Apparently was a good man and killed. I find that hard to believe that he was a good man, but here we are. By the way, detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? Well, better late than never, I guess, sir. I was placed on guard duty for the Babali's embassy today. Why are our police guarding an embassy? Well, count on the card they got from the Yatagarasu. Y'all did a shit job. The dude's 31. Who? Gumshoe? Which one? Oh, this guy. I guess so. He just has a very defined nose. Okay. Some people old fast, okay? Better give him some random thing. Because honestly, who the fuck carries a whip and whips people when they are 13? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just called... mismanagement. I don't know. Let's call it mismanagement and move on. Bruno talk song? I don't know what. Oh, you know, we don't talk about Bruno. You're talking about Disney? Okay. Yeah, it is a good song. Did I say this song? Yeah, I did. They called us up and asked for our help, sir. Oh, and because we've been searching for the Yatagarasu these past 7 years, it was more or less mutual beneficial arrangement, if you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. It looks like you failed competently. You failed to competently perform your guard duty yet again. Okay. Look forward to your next salary negotiation, although it's out of my hands. But sir, if it gets cut anymore, I won't be able to buy even instant noodles anymore. I am so sorry for Gumshoe. Someone help this poor man. I like how he's still the one following me. I thought Francesca would be following me around. Alright, so a fan fell from the roof. Interesting. Fancy statue. Knife, presumably, that was used for the murder, maybe. Burnt flags, burnt everything. I guess they were trying to cover up the murder. Paper on the floor over here. There are some burnt objects scattered on the floor.
Well, burnt things get burnt when they become burnt things, you know.
No, because there's no way to prove that the burnt thing started out as a burnt thing. What?
Was it a burnt thing or was it not? I have no idea what's going on anymore, sir.
Yes, I suppose it's a bit hard for someone with a burnt out light bulb to comprehend. Oof. I was just wondering what piece of paper it was, but alright. It just seems really deliberate. Who puts a piece of paper on the middle of the floor? It looks like this was once a magnificent grandfather clock. It is a fallen victim to the fire. Honestly, it still looks like it's in pretty good nick.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, is it okay for me to talk about the clocks in my house, sir?
If they're unrelated to the case, I hope that you will refrain from sharing, but...
Well, there's this one clock that I made myself, but the timer on it managed to switch and...
That's quite enough, detective. I wanted to hear more. These shelves are lined with American souvenirs and memorabilia. It's really strange.
It is really strange. I mean, I thought this was the Balbalese embassy.
Maybe they have an office.
So, why are there so many American souvenirs, sir?
Perhaps the Balbalese are studying American culture and our tourism industry. If they have plans to make the Balbalese tourism industry truly flourish, then they would need to observe and study other country methods, I suppose.
Speaking of tourism, I got these from a blonde guy earlier. Said if I bring one of these to Babel, I could trade them in for a few buffets.
Oh, so that's how do you expect to travel to Babel?
Well, the whole world is connected by the ocean, sir. And for all you can eat buffet, I'll swim all the way to Babel if I need to.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I respect it, but also
not feasible.
Not feasible and illegal, but that's fine. Well, presumably illegal. It's not really illegal. Not my opinion, at least. That's the weird thing. I still feel like you should just be able to, like, obviously there's, like, some limitations and whatever. But, like, you know. Anyway, that's a different discussion. It's just that whole idea of, like, ownership of land is just way too dramatic sometimes. Can a few simple coupons really motivate people to do such fantastic things? Literally impossible.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's still something on display rack, sir.
Knives. Though the blades are all that remain of them, unfortunately.
I guess the handles got burned off by the fire.
Ah, so even the knives fell victim to the fire. Hush to check. Shit, man. Have you seen Louisiana from a satellite? It's concerning. No? What are you talking about? Why? Why? Like the land is eroding away? How? And we lie about it? What are you talking about? House, I think you've been drinking. I think you need to stop the drinking, start drinking some coffee. Or eating, start eating. Ambassador Paleno, are these knives yours? Why, yes, they are. They're a perfect set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbol of Babal. These butterflies-themed knives, along with Alabast's own set of knives, are comprised of 3 knife sets each. But I can't believe the Barbalese ones have been reduced to this state. Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tang of this blade. What? Ambassador Paleno, what is this notch here for? Oh, that. It's a feature of these knives when you can freely exchange the handles on them. So that we can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. I see. So these knives were constructed so that the handles could be easily removed. Okay. talking exactly what I mean. But you just said we lie about it. So obviously you're lying to me because the wetlands are flooding or something. Thank you. Context, man. You can't just say the world. You can't just say Louisiana is eroding away. Okay, one, I don't know where Louisiana is on a map. For all I know, as far as I knew, it was a landlocked location, okay? Is it actually on the ocean? I don't fucking know. I didn't think so, but here we are. Okay, maybe you're talking about eroding as in like fucking nuclear waste is slowly mulching the earth away. Like, I don't, like, you had to give me something. All right, thank you. Wetlands, flooding, got it. We'll lie about its condition and downplay it. Well, guess what? First I'm hearing of it, so obviously doesn't matter. It can't be that bad, right? Sorry.
Hey, it's another butterfly.
I believe it's the symbol of the Republic of Babal. Why is that? Okay, you know what? Just go with it. A drawing this big on the wall of an embassy. It definitely conveys a sense of overwhelming patriotism.
Well, I got a lot of patriotism too, sir. The reason I became a cop in the first place was because I wanted to protect our country.
You may want to, detective. However, I have yet to see the fruits of your desire.
Wow, you don't have to be so blunt about it, sir.
So, wait, so why is it flooding? Is there at least a reason as to why it's flooding? You kind of, like, is it just raining more? It's because more hurricanes in the area or something? Okay, are you alright?
You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right?
Yes, of course I don't, and I promise to prove that it wasn't you. That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise for you to give up all you can. No, I don't think so. Kay isn't lying, and my investigation will prove that to be true. There's a safe. Go on and try it if you're that confident. I must prove her innocence post-haste. A small personal safe. This was Mr. Kuchin's office, so perhaps he stored his most important documents in here. Ah, of course it's locked. It appears we won't be able to open it without the key. Shocking. Sorry, Interpol is still conducting its investigation beyond this point. I'm a subordinate of Ms. Von Kalmer. Is there some reason why I'm being denied access? My superior clearly stated, do not dare let anyone near the site. You got it? Near the windows, specifically? If I let you examine the site, my superior would get really angry with me.
You know, Mr. Edgeworth, I feel bad for the guy, so why don't we do as he says?
Yes, I suppose we might as well.
The ceiling fan must have fallen from the ceiling. The ceiling fan? Which one? What does one of those do?
Exactly what sounds like it does. It's a fan that is installed on the ceiling.
Well, if I had one of those in my room, I think I'd go dizzy from staring at it as I slept.
Good times. I miss those days. I know, it's just weird to think that nowadays, like, having, like, a physical ceiling fan is probably a lot rarer. Because, you know, it used to be, you know, like, you had, like, small fans and then you put them on the roof and you're like, yeah, we'll keep the place cool. And now we have air conditioning and it's like, yeah, air conditioning's better. Detective Gumshoe, in the real world, we close our eyes when we sleep. It's very true. Because this is a national treasure, can I ask that you please not touch it? I'm afraid there are no ones allowed to touch it, are myself and the secretary.
Hold it!
But there's a possibility it is related to the murder, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, Mr. Gumshoe, why don't we give up for now? We can't force them to let us investigate it. Later when we find some solid proof.
I suppose I don't have a choice. Prima Duck statue. Just me, or does this man look like the Steel Samurai? It could be twins. Suspicious. Alright, buddy time. Thanks, Estanium. Google says 3 things. 1. Oceanographic, sea level rise, wave erosion, and saltwater intrusion. 2. Cool. 2. Geological subsidence from sediment loading and dewatering. Compaction, faulting, and sediment deprivation. Okay, I think I get what that means. And biological. Nutria and muskrat marsh destruction. What the fuck? What were those 2 words? Nutria and muskrat. What the hell are those? Also. Chazky. Alright. So our victim was the secretariat of this embassy, I take it. Manny Cochin. I heard he was an admirable person. Really, very admirable. The cause of death is a stab to the base of his neck. Ew. Huh. Alright. He was lax in watching his back. We were fortunate that the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it would have made identifying him a hassle. So Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death in the middle of a raging fire. What in the world happened inside this room? Cool, let's look at the dead body. I miss the days of Danganronpa where at least the blood was pink. He's definitely crispy. Extra fried. Hannah. Is this knife the murder weapon? Some preliminary tests have been conducted. According to the results, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The blade's shape was also found to be consistent with the stab wound. I suppose this means we now know the crime was committed with this knife.
This knife's got some real fancy ornamentation going on, huh, sir? This thing practically screams artsy.
Oh, it has a butterfly on it. Hold on. Which was which again? Republic of Babel, so it is the butterfly. Okay. I'm just making sure everything is still consistent with being the butterfly and isn't actually like has the flower on it, so it's like, you know, they're actually like re-instigating something.
Oh, it's also covered in blood, just like the last thing that was said was artsy.
Oh, buddy. They're animals. A nutria is a rodent, and so a muskrat, obviously. Okay, but how do they help the environment? They sound like they're pests. Damn pesky beasts. But the handle is pristine. There's not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe it has a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful. Okay. Key. There appears to be something in his pocket. This key, it can't be. Isn't this the Yatagarasu key that was stolen 7 years ago? What? But that's...
Huh? 7 years ago? Whoa! You mean the case where I was framed, sir?
Yes, it's the piece of evidence that stole the life of Kay's father 7 years ago.
Say that a bit louder, why don't you?
Which was then stolen by Callisto Yu.
What? Mr. Ferrari was killed with his key, sir? I thought he was killed with a knife.
Oh. Scruffy, at the very least, try to remember the details of crimes you were a suspect in. Francisco, as you will recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Miss Yu made her escape. Thus, even among law enforcement, only a few knew of the key's existence. I doubt that a new rookie at the time would have been made privy to such knowledge.
I feel like the victim right now, trampled on, sir.
According to Google, they don't really, to be honest, so I guess 2 out of 3 reasons stick though. So stupid. It bans it, but it didn't make it disappear. Oh, it's alright, but not public to chat. Okay. Sad bro times. Alright. Suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. The secret of this key is the button. Oh, it has the butterfly thing. Oh, that's really interesting. So one way it has the flower pattern. I didn't pick up on that at all. Okay.
Yeah, that's a really cool trick.
I knew it. That's really interesting. This is the same exact piece of evidence that Ms. New took with her. Hold up. I'm gonna have a look at it. Wait, so yeah, so this way you can see the other symbol on it. But if you click the button and it goes back around, it has obviously the butterfly symbol on it. I'm just wondering, like, what if we'll find out that on the opposite side, right? They have like the knives, while on one side they have like the key or something, and it's like they don't realize they have the same item. I don't know. It's still don't know what the key is actually to. Okay. I remember this beautiful pattern in the blade. I hadn't even realized it. I remember this as well. It's a vine motif, isn't it? I guess so. Yes, it looks like two interwoven vines crisscrossing down the blade.
Vines, sir? I thought it looked like a bunch of stars, if you ask me.
Feels.
Pardon. It's one of those six-sided stars, just like the police marks on our IDs.
I really don't think you can call these stars. To say that the detective's art sense is underdeveloped would be an understatement. The real question is why the Balba-Elise embassy secretariat holding this. It does kind of look like it was just sort of shoved into his pocket and they hoped that the whole place would just burn to the ground, doesn't it? While we don't know how Mr. Cochin came to possess this key, we do know that this was stolen by the Yatagarasu from the CDPE. That's right. Mr. Ferrata had written that fact down in his organizer. I love how good these two memories are. Unlike me. I believe this means the further research is required into the country of the Codopia. Why don't you ask Ambassador Paleno about what he knows? Supposedly he was a candidate to be the next CDPA once long ago. He should be able to answer any specific questions you may have. Alright. Stab. It's a knife wound. Nothing else to say, pretty boring. It's obvious that he was killed with this, but I wonder if this is consistent with the wound. Indeed. This man, where do I know him from? You already know where he's from, what? Okay, nothing about the arms, we got the thing. Burnt down to his crispy toes. I'm just making sure there's no other discrepancies. It does kind of look like he was possibly standing on one side of his desk. Like maybe he'd been looking at the Steel Samurai. The fire started and he like turned around or something and then someone came up behind him. I'm not sure. Anyway. No more Skyrim tonight. That's good. It's med time. Are Miles and Francesca related or something? I thought that they said that in one game. Yes, so they were raised together. So Miles had his original dad. I don't know what happened to the mum, but he had his original dad. And the dad was killed by Von Karma. I'm not entirely sure how it ended up happening, but Von Karma took Miles under his wing and raised him, but then also had his own child at some point. I don't get it. And yeah, I think between him and Francesca, there's like 6-7 years apart. But yeah, they're raised as like raised by Von Karma since they were little. in Germany. But Franziska specifically is always very much like trying to prove to be competitive with Miles. So they have like competitive sibling energy at least, you know? I did in fact take my meds. Woo-boo-boo-boo-boo. Let's go. Now you can burrito. Praise the burrito. I can't believe nobody fell among thieves tonight. Without him, I have no idea what my schedule for tonight is. Ambassador Paleno, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of listening to reports from the police, that and only that. I ask you to cooperate, not only for your own sake, but for Mr. Kuchin's as well. Whoa, when he's not doing that creepy, like, he actually doesn't look too bad. You're a rather strong man, aren't you? How fascinating. Here, I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have these. I'm sorry, but it would be against my principles to accept a bribe. No, these are simply coupons we distribute to promote Babal. Remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit lovely Babal. Now I remember, the Republic of Babal is known for its feverish tourism industry. Cool. I see. Hell yeah. I was wondering if you might tell me a bit more about the deceased. He was my secretary, and the embassy secretary charged with running the whole place. He wasn't a memorable man. His death is a great loss to our country. Right, and was a part of a smuggling ring, if my memory serves me right, but okay. He was in charge of everything. Accounting, printing, taking care of our national treasures. I'm sorry, but did you say printing? Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlets, flyers, coupons, etc., we have a printing press here at our embassy. That's actually pretty cool. Got an exam I took earlier, kicked my ass so hard. What was it on again? Was it psychology something? Like, what sort of questions were you struggling with? Like, just trying to like figure out the contents of it effectively. I see. Please excuse my forwardness. However, I feel I should mention that I have the distinct impression that I've met him before. Oh, yes. Since you are of the legal profession, I suppose you just might have. After all, Manny was involved in the KG-8 incident. The defendant who was found innocent in that case was Manny. And you saw him once 7 years ago. It was brain and behavior. Basically brain chemistry. Right. Delicious brain. So, guys, brain chemistry is actually about figuring out what chemicals would be best to make the best brain soup you can possibly have. There was a portion of it that wasn't on the study guide. Professor said the study guide was more of a practice tool, whatever that means. What the fuck? Practice tool in uni here means prepare for wild cards. That's kind of rude though. I mean, like, I don't think it's logical to ever do something like that, because you tell people, hey, brush up on this, but there could be extras. It's like you're just basically shooting yourself in the foot. And when I say yourself, I mean your students in the foot, by basically being like, you don't need that foot anymore, do you? At least with the professors I've had. I've never had anything like that, and I swear I would lose my shit if that was the case. I remember for my final assessment for, like, this was like the exam, like the important exam, end of year exam. For history, I got absolutely fucked because one of the questions was about, like there's see, the problem with history is that you need to remember a lot, you know, like there's everything that led up to its current thing. You need like a little bit of evidence to talk about with all these different things and stuff like that. It's really difficult. Anyway, so I think I did a fair bit of studying. Probably, maybe a little bit. I did an amount of studying in relation to different aspects of the history as a whole. But one of the questions was specifically on the Russian Revolution and how it kind of vitalized like rights and like freedoms within the country. So basically at the end of the Russian Revolution, there was like a reinvigoration of making sure to like, you know, of schools and teaching reading and writing, not just to men, but females as well. There's a few other things I can't remember. Like they were like, it was weird because like in that sense, Russia was like ahead of its time. By the time you got to like the 1923 to 1928, I want to say, like they had probably a really good education system that was not just limited to males. Anyway, so it was really good for the country is the point. But that was in the exam. And that was really difficult because it's such a specific nuance to talk about. You know what I mean? Like there's so much in relation to the history of the Russian Revolution to cover. And yet they were like, hey, we want you to cover this very specific nuance that was at the very end of everything that happened. And I was like sitting there like, fuck, like I have this whole cheat sheet in front of me about events and things to remember, all like on like the early to middle end of like the actual war, not like the post-war stuff. Anyway, I passed somehow, haven't figured that out. I'm still confused by it. Anyway, some of the terminology blended together and got samey. Oh, okay. It's the same with this class, lots and lots of terminology. When we're next in a chat together, my dude, you can explain it to me. If you want. I just say that because sometimes the best way to learn something is to re-explain it to another person. You know what I mean? Because it's very easy to read a bunch of information and have it kind of like thucked into the front of your head. Thucked, exactly. But then having the chance to actually re-explain yourself makes you realize how much you've like compounded the information in your head and where your gaps of knowledge might be. So I'm just saying. And also I want to know. I just want to learn things vicariously through you because learning takes time. That's fair. I can kind of get that for one aspect. Sometimes schools stick professors with classes that are not prepared to teach. My dad is a law professor and got stuck with class he knows but doesn't know how to teach per se. I get what you mean. It's funny how like, you know, you can be good with kids and you can be a good teacher, but that doesn't mean those two go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like Adara is a far better teacher, but she'd probably be good with kids, but she's not as like, she's not like me who's like all like goofy match energy of the child sort of person. Feel that different than teachers that pride themselves on making the course as hard as possible, which is incorrect. If your teacher is making everything as difficult as possible so that no one can pass, your teacher is a fucking moron because they're not teaching you then. You're basically just shooting your kids in the foot and saying, you're pathetic, get out of here. And then that person will live the rest of their lives wondering what they did wrong. Until one day they realize that, oh wait, they were just a genuinely shitty human being. Anyway, so your Mr. Kuchin is the same man as the one in the case. It's been 10 years. Manny recovered personally from that case and dove enthusiastically into this job. Right. He was the one who planned this event and was to oversee this embassy's renovations. It really is a shame he had such a bright future ahead of him. What exactly do you mean by renovations? We can't have tourists and visitors to our embassy think we're a poor nation, can we? Well, I think it's a little shitty. Like, no one's gonna think that. Like, you're just hanging out. So, renovating the embassy is something of an investment. We may have a rather paltry budget, but we're trying our best to make it do. However, I guess the only person who could have helped us to do our best is no longer with us. Ambassador Polino, I was wondering if I may ask you about Codopia. Codopia? Alright, what would you like to talk about? First, I'd like to ask you about this key. What about this key? I found it sticking out of Mr. Koshin's pocket. I believe it originally belonged to this embassy. Is that correct? I'm excited to be able to be in my room next week and work on keychain. Ooh, what keychain you working on? Working on little things. Dude, every time I look at, like, I have these little things. The beginning of my keychain addiction, right? Which we all know is gonna happen. I find it really interesting that it looks like it's pretty easy to make these. That's the thing I'm kind of shocked by. You know, like, you have to buy these end things. That's like a separate thing you can order. But it really does look like if you look really thinly at it, that it's basically, like, it really does look like they just kind of put a piece of paper in between two pieces of acrylic. And then if you want the front piece of the acrylic to be, I mean, obviously the acrylic, you'd have to, like, make the base, line them all up, and then make, like, the top part. But that's, like, pretty cool. Like, it's pretty, like, it looks doable. That's the interesting thing I kind of like about it. Anyway. Also, we learned today that our heater is electric and not gas. We got the gas bill today. It's on our project list. Oh. I just don't know if recipient is in chat. Oh, okay. I got you. They are not. I promise you those plastic ones are hard AF. Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, you can see how, like, they've, like, put it together, kind of. Because you can see that there's, like, a seam down the center. Like, down here, there's, like, a seam. So obviously it's just really 2 layers. You just need the 2 layers, the thing in the center, and, like, for the most part, as far as I can tell. Anyway, it's real cool. I had a really good idea for my homebrew D&D campaign, but I forgot. I'm thinking something. Now that you've said that, my brain is like, why do I feel like I came up with an idea earlier and I've hopefully not forgotten it? I'm sure I didn't forget it. I've probably written it down already. Do you have any idea on what it was relation to? Like a boss, or like a room, or an outfit, or is it just completely gone from your brain? Upon closer inspection, it seems that this key is shaped like a butterfly. That's not all about this key. It's also capable of changing into a knife. Oh, how fascinating. Is it possible the ambassador didn't know about the existence of this key? In its knife form, there's a flower mark at the base of the blade. I guess this knife might be from when we used to be a partner of Codopia. Hold it! And how did you come to that conclusion? It has both the Codopia's national symbols, the butterfly and the flower. I suppose Manny used this key here at the embassy, back when we were still Codopia. Ambassador Polino, this key was stolen from the CDPE 7 years ago. By Callisto Yu, otherwise known as the Great Thief, Yatagurasu. Oh, really? He sweats a lot. You were not aware that Ms. Yu had broken into this embassy at that time? I'm sorry, can't be of much help. I'm not very familiar with the details, you see. I only became the ambassador after Babal became its own independent nation. But if Manny was still alive, he would probably know about what happened back then. Mr. Kuchin and Ms. Yu knew each other some years ago, but that doesn't explain why I found the Yatagarasu's key here in the present. Cool. Alright, can we leave? Goodbye!
Miles, Edgeworth. What is it? Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate. And if you wish to convince everyone else of that, you will speak to me with respect.
What's with the giddy glint in her eyes? I don't think that will really be necessary, Francisca.
Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you are still under me.
I thought Francisca was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling case. So then why is she here at the embassy? Wait, what do you mean? Okay. Of course she's back here. I remember now. Involves titans roaming the seas. Gatekeepers to the elemental planes. Sounds awesome. Quick, write it down! If the players ever want to traverse to the elemental planes, they would have to defeat the titan. Probably with or starting with a ship battle. Ooh, that sounds cool. I like that. Why does it have to be in the ocean though? I mean, I'm just saying, like, you could have it on land too. Like on a random island in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a volcano, you know, that sort of thing.
I was investigating at the Albastian embassy when I got wind of this mess.
Oh, that's right. The Yatagarasu was due to appear at the embassy as well.
Yes, but the difference is we didn't have a fire over there. Although there was an incident at the Albastian embassy as well. But I left Agent Lang in charge of that case and came over to the Balbanese embassy.
Damn, okay. Oh, so Agent Lang is here as well, huh?
I see you've met. Well, he's in the Alabastian embassy acting as a bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. So the suspect in the murder that occurred in the office is that little girl I see. Is she perhaps trying to be the Yatagarasu?
Kay would never harm a soul, sir.
Kay?
You remember, do you not, about the case we investigated together 7 years ago? That woman is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday.
So she's that feisty little girl.
Kay has been on the trail of the Yatagarasu, which is how she ended up here. Looking for the one who took her father's life.
I see.
Kay's trying so hard, but you know what? The Yatagarasu just keeps on tricking us all.
How so?
The Yatagarasu sent a card saying, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. But all we had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are gonna be in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract and it's going on the rap sheet.
Huh?
If you ask me, I'm perfectly okay with the fact that nothing was stolen tonight.
I do wonder though, if Calasto Yu really is the Yatagarasu. I don't know, man. We haven't seen her yet, so until I have affirmative evidence, I will have to eat a cookie. I guess they don't have to fight, they could sneak by it. Well, yes, that's also a choice. Fly over it. Just a big guy in front of a door. Alright. We know for a fact the Yatagarasu key was used at this embassy. Furthermore, we know we found it in the victim, Mr. Kuchin's pocket, which leads me to think that perhaps it is the key to the personal safe in his office.
Good thinking, sir. Let's go find out.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. The Pizza was correct. The key that was left to us in the victim's pocket. It literally turned out to be the key to the next piece of the truth. Nothing. Yeah. I fucking knew it. There's a fell spack though. You can tell. Well, kind of. I mean, there's like the papers at the bottom.
Hey, there's nothing inside. Do you think the Yetagarasu made off with everything, sir?
No, Detective, I believe all we need is a closer look.
There's a thing here. Oh, that's the lock. Okay, to that thing. There's also... What's at the bottom?
What is this here?
Looks like the ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir.
No, I don't think it's ripped. It looks more to me like it's stuck in the safe.
Hey, you're right. What would you budge an inch? Not even when I tug on it. I don't think I've ever seen paper stuck on the inside of a safe before. Hold it!
Detective, I think you have it backwards. It's not the paper that's strange. It's the safe.
What do you mean?
What I mean is the secret to the safe is that
it has 2 compartments. It's completely empty. It has a crack in there.
even just eyeballing it, you can see that the inside is a bit too shallow.
Okay, I wasn't misunderstanding that.
Furthermore, with the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, I'd say there is an extra bit of space behind the back wall of this safe. In other words, this safe has a second compartment.
God, that was... Whoa! That was said so badly. I think I'm gonna make a plushie cookie as a funny thing eventually. I just also love the idea of bashing someone over the head with a plushie of a cookie. Like, eat the food! The carbohydrates are coming after you. I don't know.
I suppose that you are correct in asserting that the paper is stuck in an unnatural manner. However, if what you say is correct, and there is a second compartment, how do we go about opening the door to it then? As you can see, there's no lock or a keyhole in sight.
Actually, there's one more spot of interest of the safe. Keyhole to the second lock.
Alright then, since you're so sure of yourself, show me where you deduced your answer.
Safe. Pardon. Not gonna lie. Just doesn't say anything else. Like, no, I'm just not gonna lie. Is it these bottom pieces? I don't know. Just be extra security.
Oddly shaped for a latch hole.
Well, that's a funny shape for a latch hole, huh? It's shaped kinda like a star, don't you think?
Put the knife in.
Detective, I would hardly call that shape a star.
Oh, I've heard that one before. I've heard that one before.
There's no way I could ever do that. Ho, ho, ho.
Detective Gumshoe, could you please be quiet for a second? You're frightening me.
The conifer.
Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Francisca?
Was not expecting the orb tower, or tower of orbs behind you. That scared me. It took me this long to see it. House, why would you be scared of the orbs? What do you mean? They're just hanging out. Look at how happy they are. There's even another one. He's hanging out. Little blue guy. I like how it literally looks like his head's just peeping around the corner. Apologies in advance if I pass out. I'm not feeling my meds, but sometimes that means they just conk me out. Love the orb tower. Heck yeah. I just saw a face in the bright light of the lamp. It blended into the wall. I just love the idea of like the orb face just like, what is that face in your wall? It does kind of look like it could just blend in to a certain degree. Like if you just... There we go. That actually does look like it's a part of the wall, doesn't it? I look like I'm doing bunny ears. Ba-doop. Ba-ba. Make mini desk-sized orb tower. Oh my god, would that even be possible? Just attach them. I mean, I technically already have a bit of that. I've shown you before, my little orb tower on my desk. The only problem is these aren't stuck to each other, so they're like constantly falling over. I love them though. I'm just messaging an orb tower, but it's like the size of chicken. Maybe a little bigger, but it would be like, you know, like it would be like this big, and then this deep, 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 just getting smaller and smaller. Just a rainbow one, just a little small one. I could make one. I would be interested to see how you'd do that. But also, so many plans. So many plans, one step at a time.
The shape. It does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch hole for the safe's lock mechanism. It's just for keeping the door shut, nothing more.
Hold it!
Is that so? The person who used this safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure the safe had 2 compartments in order to hide something. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to the hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure it out?
You can't be serious. Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment to the safe?
That's precisely what I'm saying. And I will prove it to you right now, that the Yatagarasu key is the key that will open it.
Objection! Yatagarasu's key? Miles Edgeworth, this had better be a very bad joke.
Sorry, but this is no joke. The Yatagarasu's key is the very key that will open the 2nd compartment.
We know that this key opens the 1st compartment.
Alright. Oh look, it looks like the thing.
What are you talking?
It appears you've come to understand what I'm talking about. When viewed head-on, the knife's blade is the exact same shape as the keyhole. The real function of the knife portion is to act as the key to the hidden portion of the safe.
But that's preposterous.
Because it looks like a knife that was used like to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago. We fell under the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife, but for both the safe and its key to conceal such clever tricks. Whatever is hidden inside this secret section must be of incredible importance.
Then it's even possible that I've been searching for inside. Scruffy, hurry up and open that safe.
She's looking for something in particular. Hi, Ultra. Not gonna lie, same. It's on the back burner, since I'll also be down in May next year. What's happening? Oh, yep, nope, I remember. The play zone. Heck yeah.
Ooh, that's what's inside. It's pretty.
Why does it look like there's like a volcano? These items,
there's a bunch of funny shaped things. I guess they're bunches of art.
You're in the way. Now move, Scruffy.
I didn't think I was in the way.
These pieces of art. They're identical to the ones that have been stolen from the various countries around the world.
Oh, right. The smuggling art ring. The concert. Yes, the concert. Sarah. Something. It's not Sarah, is it? I should remember. You've said it enough times. Sarah Graham. Graham? Something. That's my headcanon, at least. It is now. I figured as much. These are the treasures that this section of the safe was to hide from view. I believe a more thorough investigation is required. Look at the plate. Piece of stolen art around the world.
But what how much they're worth, especially this one. Like,
Scruffy, don't touch those valuable pieces of art with your filthy hands. Why? Do you have any idea what would happen to you if one of them were to break?
Is it just me, or did she hit one of the pieces of art just now? Gracie Abrams.
Damn it!
Oh! Okay. My brain was onto something, okay? You have to admit. My brain was onto something. Like Graham, like technically Graham, if you just space it apart a little bit, is like a part of the two words. Okay. Love you too, Aylin. Okay. I'm gonna remember it this time. Alright, quiz me in a month's time. I'll totally remember it. This is the document that we thought was stuck earlier. I wonder what it's about.
Wait, sir.
Why don't we take a look at it before we give up, Detective? These are like, this is... Huh? Mr. Cochin's name is written here on the last page. What the significance of this document is. Isn't this the same writing as... In the second case, there is a girl who's that does a crime and she's proficient in a language. I want to say... I don't remember what language it is, but they were... every single one, she was proficient in the language for fudging a document about the authenticity of a certain certain item. Oh my god. So these are probably the equivalent of that, but for the 3 items. Oh, okay. That we're not going into that much detail. Alright, do I need to analyze anything else? To build this trick into one safe is really something.
Yeah, it's neat how this safe has 2 compartments.
I wonder if Mr. Chikuchin was just paranoid if he had secrets of that greater value.
Speaking of paranoia, I would sharpen both ends of my pencil. But then when I went to erase something, I got all paranoid that I was gonna stab myself.
I love you. And please refrain from dispensing your special brand of unrelated stories while on duty.
Yes, sir.
I love them. Please tell me more. You mashed Gracie Abrams and Sarah J. Maas, I reckon. Yeah, probably. I don't know why I was just like, I'm sure it has something to do with a Sarah. No. Way off the mark. Oopie. Oopie doo. Mr. Yu, for what reason did she steal the key? To give it back to the dude, right? By the sounds of it, the original Yatagarasu, which is Mr. Faraday, got hold of this key, alright? He went in and stole the key from the CDPE, and in hopes to stop the person from revealing, to like kind of hold the key in relation to the fact that they have these ancient artifacts, smuggled artifacts, but can't do anything with them. Possibly. No, that's not right. You had it from the beginning. Okay. The Yatagarasu was investigating the smuggling ring. Was investigating the smuggling ring, and in order to catch the Yatagarasu, the CDP, not the embassy, the smuggling ring charged Callisto to go in and pretend that she was the person, and did the whole trick with the key and stuff like that. But had to, even if she got arrested, she had to make sure she got the key back to Cochin by the end of it. Something like that. Alright. Alright, I guess there's just something else I need to connect. I'm gonna save again. I'm not convinced. Maybe this? Okay.
To steal your dirtiest secret. Is it possible the dirty secret the Yatagarasu was out to steal is in this very room? Dirty secret? Franziska, you're in pursuit of some dirty, underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me that this is no coincidence. In that case, then, the person I'm looking for is here in the Balinese embassy, right? The head of the smuggling operation. I think I just might need to ask Franziska about her smuggling case in more depth.
Alright. Alright. Smuggling!
Franziska, when we last talked, you said that you were on the trail of a smuggling ring. I suppose the reason you're here right now is related to that? Yes. After analyzing the intel we've gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate. And this is what tipped us off. This accounting document. It's only one page of the whole thing, so we're not sure about all the details.
Okay, but we have the other two now. That's for some reason not in my evidence file. Alright, sure.
However, it's enough for us to grab onto the tail of the beast. For you see, this type of paper was made only in the Principality of Cordopia. Which means that someone in the countries of Albaust and Babal is the head. The one pulling the strings behind the entire smuggling ring. That's Franziska for you. She's amazing, pursuing this case with all she has.
Oh, that's cute. He just complimented her. Okay, so now I have the evidence, but I only have this piece of paper. But the other two pieces are over here. Oh, I have to deduce some. Oh, I can now deduce something.
Eureka!
Take a good look at these documents, Franziska. It says there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here. Correct. Now take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me it's not possible your page was taken from this set of 3. Well, it certainly looks that way. By putting a multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. Yes, and with this it becomes crystal clear that Mr. Cochin himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Balbalese ink.
What?
Balbalese ink? Balbalese ink is a special product of the Republic of Babal. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported.
Hold it!
And that reason is, that's classified. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. In any case, it seems that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Manny Cochin.
Balbalese nuts. Got him. I'll see myself out. Thank you, House. Thank you. I didn't even think about that one. You were right on. You right. You right. Don't you dare leave. Unless you're getting food. Go get that food, man. It's about eating time for you, isn't it? It's about feeding time for the birds. Sorry. Just the way I said it.
His base was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal conditions on which to run a smuggling operation. But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice. Well, even if he is dead, he still have a responsibility to look into his misdeeds. You expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested.
What?
Francisco, you must know that Manny Cochin was the suspect in the KG8 incident. Of course I know, on top of being the head of the smuggling ring. There is the matter of what really happened in the case that needs to be resolved.
What about the Amano group involvement? Was that resolved at all? Oh shit, I should get brekkie. But I'm comfy and playing WoW. I do have mini cupcakes in the kitchen. House, bad. No, that's not breakfast. Bad. Okay? Have something healthy. Have something better for you. Alright? Have like Nutrigrain or something, you know. Do we have Nutrigrain in the house? I feel like I should just buy some Nutrigrain so I can snack on it. It's a good idea. Anyway. But yes, you can't have mini cupcakes before 10 a.m. in the morning, okay? Not allowed. Because I say so. Obviously because I say so. No, it's just because I don't think you should be. I don't know, like, cupcakes are like an afternoon, it's like an afternoon tea sort of thing. You know, you get your tea, sit down with your cupcake and have a good time. You know, anything before that, don't need anything that extremely sugary that early in the morning.
Design on the knife's handle. It greatly resembles the special bubbly species of butterfly.
Nah, I had too many yesterday. Gotta watch my figure. Oh my god. Same though. I keep putting on weight, and I'm not happy about it. I'm like, wow. It's fine. It just makes me paranoid. I'm like, gotta do more exercise. Corollary. Not allowed before 10 a.m. unless you had a proper breakfast first. Is that what corollary means? What is that word? How would you use that in a sentence? Not before my corollary? What? But yes, I agree with that statement. That's my new motto. Corollary. Words. I can say words. They're my word now. It just looks, every time I look over at it, I just think of coronary. Is that the word? Coroner. The coroner. Corollary being an exception or addendum to the stated rule. Oh. Yeah, okay. Also, if you get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, you've had your breakfast, and you've been awake for that long a period, like you go to bed at like 8 every night or something, I'll let it slide, because that's basically the equivalent of your lunch, you know? Time zones are fucky. Yeah. You can eat banana bread though. Get more banana bread.
This knife is the property of the Republic of Babong. Perhaps this means the knife used in the crime was found right in this room.
We already know that. Ugh, okay.
Are you done investigating?
How do we know you aren't the criminal? I'm just saying. What did she look like? Did she have pink eyes? She does not have pink eyes, but does she have a similar shape of eyes? She kind of does. Because her eyes are different. Obviously, Francisca has different eyes. Everyone has different eyes, but Callisto and her... hers are a little bit more straight by the looks of it. Maybe it's just the bangs. And she has like a couple more... I mean, she could be a different person, but she has a couple more like a little bit more flex on the side, but she does have the bottom eyelashes. Sorry, I'm analyzing. Give me a second. They have a similar nose structure. Slightly different skin tone. I mean, that could have changed over the course of time, but... I wouldn't be surprised that she just, like, it's a very specific type of hairstyle. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't be surprised if she just grabbed the front of it and ripped it off and was like, psh, actually got black hair. The face shape is wrong though, I have to admit. Like, see how a face is a little bit more... Orb. Is a little bit more, like, longer? While hers is a little bit more rounded. So maybe not. Maybe not. Suspicious. She does look stunning though. You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one it could be? No! Now come along quietly, Yatagarasu, K. Faraday. You're under arrest for the murder of Manny Kuchin. Mr. Edgeworth, please, you have to believe me, I didn't do it! I chased the fake Yatagarasu in here, and he was already... You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you. I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol make. What is that supposed to mean? I did indeed wake up at 5, and I like waking up early now, like farmer early. Oh my god, House. How do you feel coming to that realization? Do you feel good? How does that feel? My problem is that even if I did wake up earlier in the day, I don't think I'd do anything with the time. I'd probably just spend longer in bed, especially if it's like in the winter. You know what I mean? Waking up early in winter is just a waste of time because you're just going to be cold. You're just going to want to be in bed longer. Compared to being later at night, you know what I mean? I feel old. That's okay. Why is that like a tomato with a beard? Respect. I believe I told you that Kay Ferrande is not the culprit of this crime. Very well, I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. Here we are again, head to head. Even your police confirmed that Yatagarasu infiltrated the Balbalese embassy tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, the Yatagarasu snuck into the embassy. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yatagarasu. Most importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with the body. Okay, but how do you know that? Yes, it's the streamer's gimmick. Sorry, what? What's the streamer's gimmick? Of wanting to wait? Oh, wait. Oh, you mean the streamer's gimmick is having tomato face? Tomato is a tomato with face. Okay, emo being a tomato. Okay. You mean their branding? I say that. I feel like I always find it weird with the orbs. Like, here I am thinking, like, oh, look, my burb, like, has, like, the burb is me, but now we just have the orb cults growing slowly. So, doobie day. Your reason for suspecting Kay is because you think she's the Yatagarasu. Exactly, but it isn't just me. She calls herself the Yatagarasu. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake Yatagarasu. Impossible or not, it matters. It matters not. A Yatagarasu is a Yatagarasu. That's not how it works. Very well. Should prove that Kay is not the Yatagarasu who killed Mr. Manny Kuchin. How? What's the time? Almost 11. Alright, so what do I need as proof? I don't have a lot of evidence. I'm just gonna press everything. I'm not sure anymore. at the end of my long chase, there was only this girl. That's odd. So what? Wait, so Kay saw someone else, Sheena saw a Kay, and there was like a 3-person chase, basically.
Hold it!
And the confusion caused by the fire. Are you saying that the Yadagrasu was not the arsonist who started the fire? A suspicious person in a long coat was spotted in the area. Officers in the area claim to have seen that person start the fire. It sounds like we have a phantom in our midst.
Yeah.
In a way, he could be considered a phantom with the way he randomly appears.
Alright.
Hold it!
Just because she calls herself that, it doesn't mean that she's the killer. No, but it does give her a motive. Yadagrasu could send a calling card saying, "I will be there to steal your dirty secret." Furthermore, there are documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. She obviously wanted to steal them. So she killed Mr. Koshin for the key. I see. Her logic is very sound. I expect nothing less of Agent Lang's secretary. Didn't sound right. Might just be the opening I need. She wanted to steal documents regarding smuggling, so she killed Mr. Koshin for the key.
What's the problem with that? I feel like you would like LA Noire if you like this, but LA Noire has some dark themes here and there, like the Black Dahlia case, one of the darkest unsolved cases in LA history. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I've been suggested it multiple times, but I doubt I'll get around to playing it. That's the weird thing about streaming, I feel. You either have to dedicate like a section of the year or something to going back and playing older games. You know what I mean? Or you just gotta dedicate yourself to like future games that are coming out. You know, like me being like, oh, this game comes out, and then Echoes of Wisdom comes out, and then Date Everything comes out, and then and Assassin's Creed comes out, you know, like, just everything's so back-to-back. Mario and Luigi, sorry, is before that. Mario and Luigi, then Ace Attorney, and then My Sims. It's just kind of like, even if I did buy the game with the intent of playing it, I don't know if I'll ever actually get around to it, is the point. True, old school versus new school, I really do wish that I could set aside some time, like going back and playing some games, specifically games that I've bought. Like, I ever so often on Steam, I'll buy a game thinking, oh yeah, this will be great for stream, and then I don't ever play it. It's actually one of the reasons why, never mind. Yeah, I'm like behind is the point. I still really want to play Cocoon. I've got Journey here. I bought Journey to play on stream. Haven't done it yet. I got Outer Worlds and the Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds to play. Didn't get around to either of those. Sekiro. I feel like I need to play Sekiro now just because I'm working on getting through all the other Dark Souls games. We'll see. Anyway. She wanted to steal documents regarding smuggling, so she killed Mr. Kochin for the key. But she didn't know that, so... How would she know that? Yeah. I keep forgetting I should probably, like, set up, like, this, like, Twitch has, like, a streaming schedule, and I don't really use it. I should, because I pretty accurately, like, plan things probably 3 months in advance most of the time, so I could do that. That's unless I change what I want to do during the day, so anyway. But then why was the key found on the body? Oh. That's interesting. Hold up. So this entire room, right? Sorry, I just wanna point this out. So this is on the Balbalese side, right? Balbalese, and they have the butterfly motif. But look at this statue. I'm like, we haven't gotten to properly inspect it, but why does it have flowers along the base? Which should be a representative of the Albustanian stuff, however you say it. As well as there's a flower on like the neck place. So that means there's a good chance that the two have been swapped, maybe. Maybe. Or it's just a coincidence, we'll see. Maybe we just press again. Is your claiming Kay knew that a foreign country's embassy had such documents? Okay. As stated in the calling card, the Yatagarasu was out to steal a dirty secret, which means that the goal tonight was to steal those smuggling activity documents. You have it all wrong. It was a fake that sent the card. Your words are meaningless. If you're truly innocent, then let's see some proof. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. I leave it to you to handle this. Yes, I'd rather you did. Yatagarasu's goal, huh? You can claim she's innocent, but you can't change the fact I've already outlined. Most importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with the body. Okay, we don't know that yet. What am I supposed to present? What is there? I'm saving again. Hey, Dom. It's Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, thank God.
I keep kind of like forgetting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yesterday I was also convinced it was Friday, so.
Oh, goddamn. This entire week's been weird.
But I know I've got it right today.
Yeah, that's fair. Next week's gonna be even more confusing. Yay! Holidays. You're so much warmer.
I know.
Yay!
Almost too warm.
Yay! Warm. Enjoy Skyrim.
Yeah.
Where are you up to?
I'm in Riften.
Nice. You wanna join the Thieves Guild? Not yet.
I'll start the quest.
Yeah, eventually. You're doing great.
Okay.
I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
At some point. I'll probably wake you up when I'm about to leave. That's fine. Good. Alright, good night, Dom. Alrighty, let's do this. I'm gonna start presenting random pieces of evidence. Okay, it worked. Agent Sheena, I regret to inform you, but there is a flaw in your logic. Oh. Even if you claim that she is the killer and the Yatagarasu, I'm certain that securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Kuchin's body. Furthermore, the Yatagarasu would not be so stupid to leave without the documents. Hecky. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, it's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe at all. Then perhaps she didn't know that Mr. Kuchin had the key on him. If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I can think of no reason for her to kill him if she had not known that fact. Need, reason. All of this is simply our conjecturing after the fact. Alright, it's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in. Perhaps she didn't notice the safe second compartment before returning the key. Poor Neck. Neck is sad.
But the fact still remains that Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death. But you have no definitive proof that it was Kay who committed the fact. Can we also talk about, like, height? I don't know if this is true, but Kay strikes me as a very... She's 17. She strikes me as a very short individual. Like, could she... Like, it looks like the knife would have had to have been kind of held up a pretty high way in order to get the jump on him, you know? Like, I don't think it would work. But you have no definitive proof that it was Kay who committed the act. Actually, I do. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. Wait, what? What? Allow me to tell you a bit more about the evidence that will put her away behind bars. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. Knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is a part of a special 3-piece set which has a design like no other. The evidence and testimony, it all points to the girl. There is no counter argument. That is your definitive evidence. You see now that she is definitively the killer, right? No, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta believe me. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing the suspicious person. That's right, I ran to his office only because I was chasing after that person. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. Okay. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights, but then... Who's there? She's not even touching the knife. Why'd you say that she was holding a knife before? Did I read that right? Like, way, way before. Assume she obtained the knife from the display rack. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. No, she didn't. That's a fucking liar. I came to his room upon hearing the girl scream. Yeah, shouldn't that define her innocence? Because why else would she alert that? Also, wasn't the place on fire? How was the room dark? Wait. If the room was dark... But everything was already burnt? That doesn't make sense at all. Had they already put out the fire at that point? When did they put the fire out? It took 30 minutes to stop to call law enforcement and get the fire out, presumably. But it should only look like this after the fact. So, what? When I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her. So the object Kay felt by her feet on the floor was the murder weapon. That doesn't seem right. I had the knife analyzed right away, but we failed to find anyone's prints on it. But the suspicious person in the black coat who came into this room before me. You continue to insist there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That, I don't know. I know they came in here. That sounds like the desperate excuses of a suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony.
People are smarter than this. Yeah, she is very short in comparison. I'm glad you agree.
You understand, don't you? We can't trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth.
She has a point.
Even if Kay's words are the truth, I must show that they are with some solid evidence.
Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't.
Kay, don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that.
He has such like strong belief in his deductive skills. I'm just saying. Like, even if I'm like, yo guys, I'm gonna be the best drawer one day. I don't know if I'd trust myself that much. Probably not gonna happen. Maybe one day. I love the idea of making like an anime that's as cool as like that's as cool, maybe not as long as One Piece, but as cool as One Piece. Maybe only the length of My Hero Academia or something. Alright. What about as long as the One Piece remake that's happening? Ugh, God, I don't, listen. The One Piece remake fills me with a little bit of indecision, because on one hand, it's a great idea. Make a shorter version that's more watchable. You know what I mean? That makes sense. I just feel like there's a lot of little gags, you know? There's a lot of little silly things that I feel like One Piece does that I hope they don't end up cutting out. You know what I mean? There's a lot of little things where it's like, oh, it's funny because they made this joke in relation to this particular character. And if they, like, if the remake seeks to be a little bit more focused, let's say, especially for like the first 100 or so episodes, like, I hope a lot of that, I hope there's still humor built into the TV show and that it's not just kind of like a dramatic retelling. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. Okay. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon, which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is a part of a special 3-piece set which has design like no other. The evidence and testimonies all points to the killer. I hate how dunce so many of these people are.
Hold it!
The shape of the Balbali's knife's blade matches the wound. Please don't confuse the efficiency of the Interpol's forensics team with your own. I won't if you don't underestimate our police force.
Alright. Alright, guys. Don't need to have this back and forth. Alright, that was no need to press that at all.
Hold it!
Yeah, I hope it's like Dragon Ball Z Kai. What's that about? How is that different? Not that I know anything about Dragon Ball Z, but like pretend that I like know what I'm talking about. How Kai is like what the One Piece remake is supposed to be. It's a retelling of the series. Okay. But it's still like funny? It's still kind of like fun? You mean to say that you saw Kay holding the murder weapon with your own eyes? I saw. I was also on the search for the Yatagarasu. When I heard the girl scream from the room, I rushed over straight away. When I arrived, I saw the girl standing there motionless with the knife in her hands. But I already told you, I only came in here because I was after the Yatagarasu. Yeah, okay, we fucking know this. Stop repeating yourselves, please, There's one piece of evidence that I find a bit interesting. I think I need to carefully examine that piece of evidence again. Fuck, man. Still produces the very luxurious Kodopian paper, which is renowned for its extremely high quality. Republic of Babal is the sole producer of the Balbalese ink, which is made from wit crystal. It's also known to generously offer coupons. Interesting. So they literally can't exist one without the other. Same thing as a butterfly and a flower. Anyway. Not that. Not that. Not that. The body wasn't badly burnt by the fire. Which means that he could have easily been murdered, like, way earlier, right? And then thrown his body up here and... There's a lot of skill and detailing on this handle. It's honestly beautiful. Kai was an upgrade in animation and cut all fillers and all the gratuitous Toei 2-minute staring contests. Okay, okay. Well, that sounds like it would be good. I'm gonna go get some grub and catch up on One Piece. Yes! Are you hanging out this Monday, Tuesday? Heck yeah! I'm free Tuesday, pretty sure. I'm working Wednesday, so I'm good for Tuesday. Pretty sure. Yep, yep. See you later. Yeah. See you around. Alright.
I guess so people can change them whenever they feel like it. That's kind of fun, sir.
I don't think people would remove the handle just for fun, Detective. I would say so, but okay. So this is what took Mr. Coachen's life.
Well, I've been a detective for 7 years already. I've seen a lot of weapons in my day. The knives that were used to kill are always hardest for me to bear.
Yes, unlike guns, this is one weapon where you're likely to find the victim's blood on it.
Yeah, just like how this one is practically drenched in it.
Okay, anyway, let's not think about that too much. Okay, fuck, I don't know, man.
Hold it!
I ask that you please refrain from speculation. Right, alright, fine. Miles Edgeworth, know that an ungraceful loss will not be tolerated, my subordinate. Can you please not call me my subordinate? My subordinate. Out with advice is the job of any good superior. She seems to be rather enjoying herself, but she is correct. Agent Sheena, please continue with your testimony. Yeah, alright.
Hold it!
About the three-piece set, is there really no other like it? Let's ask Ambassador Peleno for details, shall we? The knives are indeed special. They have the butterfly, the symbol of the Republic of Babal, engraved on them. And because there's only 3 of them in the world, they're very, very valuable. National symbol, huh? Well, the knives are covered in the butterfly design. Along with our bastion set, our respective countries only have 3 knives each. I see. We're gonna find out one of the knives are missing from the other side or something. God fucking damn it. I don't know what the fuck it's talking about.
Objection!
Fuck, man. I probably should have saved beforehand. Come on. I don't know what it's trying to tell me. I didn't save before. Cool. Alright. Here we go again. Oopsie day. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. This does allow me to check something though. I was wondering if there was like an added stuff. There's a lot of hold it's in here if you click through this much. Alright, testimony number 2. I don't like the way this woman speaks. She normally like speaks in very like absolutes. You know what I mean? All evidence points towards this girl. It's like, oh, no. She was nowhere near the knife. I don't know why they did the recreation like this. Why would she be screaming? Okay, here we are. It only started off with 4 lines, didn't it? No, it's 5. Alright. The only thing I didn't push. Nothing really amounted in anything. So, except for the only thing I didn't push was the final line. So... press.
Hold it!
No, I believe there's still room for debate, and I'll thank you to not decide that for me. Bro, why are you talking smack? That's not what we're here for. Are you sure you're not just viewing the facts through rose-colored glasses?
Nah.
Mr. Edgeworth, I think she's mad at you. Perhaps, but our definitions of reality are a tad different. Are the two of you done chatting? Agent Sheena's proof is the Balbali's knife that Kay was allegedly holding.
Yeah, so how are you gonna prove that Kay didn't do it, sir?
If Agent Sheena wants to suspect Kay merely because Kay was the only one here, then I must show her with evidence that Kay couldn't have committed the crime.
But do you have such evidence, sir?
Yes, there's one piece of evidence that seems very unnatural to me, and I believe it is my duty to point that out to Agent Sheena. Okay. What is it talking about? Is it talking about the probability that someone would hide? Could someone have hidden behind, like, the statue? Single stab to the base of the neck. Maybe it's about the base of the neck. Which the killer was holding. If she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is a part of the special 3-piece set which has design like no other. The events today all point to the girl. There's no counter argument. That's facts. I mean, this line's a little sus because she just says, "I assume." Like, what's the like? There could be more. You know what I mean? There could be more.
Objection!
Shit. Ugh, I'm stuck. What else could there be going on, you see? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Go on, Astanium. What does your brain have to say? What does your brain have to say? It's kind of your brain, because it's not like you're saying these things out loud. So it is technically your brain that's going through the process of writing it all out. Do we have any thought bubbles we can raise? Well, I tried pushing anything and there wasn't. Okay. So, the knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. So that seems pretty... The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon, which the killer was holding. My only question is that you could argue it's this knife, but honestly, the shape of this knife is so different from the shape of this knife. Like, I doubt it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the knife was different. This one's the one that seems the most suspicious to me. Because they're like, they got it from this display rack. It's like, sure? I mean, I would have questioned the fact that they said it was dark in the room despite there was supposed to be a fire going on. Can you not argue the handles can be switched? I mean, I get... So?
Objection!
So the murder weapon was the knife with the butterfly design on it. But is that really the truth? What are you getting at? I'd like for you to take a look at this. There is blood on the blade, and yet there's not a speck of blood on the handle.
Oh, you're Stania, you're like so smart. I just want to say that's not here. One of a set of 3 ornamental knives covered in victim's blood, blade same as wound. I'm just saying, like, that's like usually if something is important to the case, they would have it in here. That'd be like, it would specifically say something like handle can change around, you know? That would literally clue me into maybe where it's important, but there wasn't. You had the right evidence, you just weren't sure on the timing. Didn't make sense. And this signifies that at the time of the crime, a different handle was attached to this blade. The knife that Kay was holding had its handle switched and was in fact not the real murder weapon. It wasn't the real murder weapon. This knife can be taken apart. Shall we give it a go? Chicka chicka. As you can see, the Barbalese knife has now been disassembled into 2 parts. The killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body and proceeded to swap the knife's original handle with the butterfly one. It was all to create the illusion that Mr. Cochin was killed with the butterfly-themed knife. Damn, she whipped that hair back and forth. Thank you. Okay, that's better. Your argument isn't airtight yet. How so? It's possible that the girl herself is the one who switched the handles.
Hold it!
Don't be ridiculous. For what purpose would she do such a thing? I don't care to note how a criminal thinks. The way they view the world is beyond the comprehension of a normal person like myself. Therefore... Okay, I mean, that's pretty high praise to call yourself normal. I'm just saying. A normal person like myself would never get involved in something like that. Anyway, you just don't do that. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it may seem.
Objection!
And the truth is right there in front of you, and this knife will show you the way. Now I'm going to stab you. No, you will come to see that Kay is not and could not have been Mr. Cochin's killer. What is the mark on here? It's the mark of a flower. I assume you know what this means? No, not really. Butterflies rest on flowers on the time to drink their sweet nectar. And so they do. However, would this butterfly really drink the nectar of this flower? The answer is clearly not a chance.
Take that!
You can't be serious. It appears that you've made the connection. The flower on this blade is designed after a certain country's national symbol. That's right, the Kingdom of AEST. In other words, this blade is from one of AEST's ornamental knives. This part of the knife handle has Babal's national symbol of the butterfly on it. Therefore, it is undeniably Barbalese in origin. But we both know we can't kill someone with just a knife handle. Incidentally, when exactly did the murder occur again, Agent Sheena? After the fire had broken out. That's right, Kay entered the Barbalese embassy after the fire had taken place. Furthermore, she had not been to the Alabastian side of the building before then. Oh, okay. So they were saying he was killed at the same time. So Kay actually entered after the fire had been put out? That's a little... sure. On top of that, not a single person passed between the two countries during the fire, which means that Kay could not have transported an Alabastian object over here. Which makes it impossible for her to be the true killer. Pardon.
Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What a great victory. Huh? Hey, why is everyone so quiet?
I'm happy we got this far and cleared Kay's name. What worries me now is what will happen next.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? An Alabastrian knife here. Do you mean, how did this find its way to the Republic of Babal? You know what? My brain hurts thinking about it while we're just standing around. Thinking while you're on the run, now that's a real great thief operates. Okay. Oh, thanks a bunch, Mr. Edgeworth, for proving innocence, I mean. You believed in me the whole time, right? Tell me you did. Not really, but... Haha, come on, you don't have to be shy about it. Could you care to elaborate? Why is there more? I understand now the girl didn't commit the murder. However, there is still the possibility that she is the Yachigarasu. That again, look, how many times do I have to explain it to you? I'm the real Yachigarasu. I'm not like that fake on the one that goes around setting fires, okay? Whether you're the real deal or a fake, it doesn't matter. All I have to say is this. I have my suspicions that this girl is the one who started the fire. Maybe by accident. Preposterous. On what grounds do you suspect her of such a thing? The fact that she calls herself the Yachigarasu, that in fact is the most elegant proof. Ms. Sheena. Yes. I have no intention of taking back any of what I've said. I am the great thief Yachigarasu, and I refuse to allow some imposter to claim that name as their own. The path of justice that my father pointed me towards, I will walk it to the best I can. It's not good to be so stubborn. I hope you can understand that. Thanks a lot for the concern, Ms. Sheena. Let me share something with you too, as a token of my appreciation. Those sunglasses totally do nothing for you, so I'll steal them from you next time, okay? What? She's here on a fashion journey. Going to where? To the kingdom of Alabast. If we don't, we won't know for sure, right? Suppose not. We won't get anywhere, simply by standing here thinking. To see where the Alabastian knife came from, we'll have to pay the Alabastian embassy a visit.
Here we go. To the next location. Ba-da-da-da-da. We did it! We're gonna go for a little longer. Hopefully get to like the start of like the investigation part and then we'll stop. Unless it's too interesting. That's the problem with these games, they just get too interesting. But yeah, we should be a third through by now, hopefully. Lovely. Ah, Lang. Count off. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. 99 callouts, so all 99 members are most likely here and accounted for. Most likely? Hey you, yeah you, the second one from my right. Sir, yes sir. Here, a birthday present for you. Aww, that's so cute. What? Shifu, I didn't know that you knew all about birthdays. Aw, what a kind heart you have. Shifu, you are more of a man than will ever be, sir. I'm really sorry, but it's not my birthday. Langji says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. That present isn't for you, it's for your younger brother's wife's younger brother. What? It's for your younger brother's wife's younger brother. Tell him I said hi and happy birthday, won't you? Yes, sir. Can't believe you remember that much about each of us. Shifu, I'm so moved that I can't stop crying. Oh, they all love him so much. That's so cute. I should probably leave them to their alone time. That usually means something else. Alright, meeting's over. Everybody head over to your posts. Sir. Yo, were you guys here the whole time? I got a call from Sheena and she's already filled me in. Sounds like you're out to get in my way again. I have absolutely no intention of interrupting your investigation. I simply request that you grant me permission to investigate the Alabastian embassy. Huh, what if I say no?
Objection!
Agent Lang, this man is my subordinate. As I have received permission from the ambassador, he is to be extended the same rights. Sorry, sis, but it's not that simple. Alabasta is the strictest immigration regulation in the world, or didn't you know? Even among my elite men, only about half of them were admitted into the country. Besides, any more cooks in the kitchen and we might spoil the soup, if you get what I mean. How dare you make such assumptions? Don't take this the wrong way, but I thought I was in charge of Alabasta, Ms. Von Karma. Grrr. Grrr. Oh. Look, try to understand, okay? Things over in Alabasta are a bit of a mess right now. What do you mean by a bit of a mess? No one told you we had an incident in Alabasta as well. This is what we call a decision based on the investigation, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, Wolfie, just let us in already. What's happening?
Is there a problem here, Agent Lang?
Different people.
Oof. Oof, my knees.
Not really. Just having a discussion about whether or not to let these guys in. Ambassador Alba, I ask that you please allow these people to join in the investigation.
Having a debate because of my country.
Looks like Usopp, when he turns 80 and cut off the end of his nose.
I'm terribly sorry for placing you good people in that kind of situation.
Gods, the flower arrangement, even from the Gatewater Hotel. Can they please stop sticking those nose in everywhere? Oh, I didn't even notice that.
It's all because I lack the strength to govern well.
Please, it is nothing of the sort, Ambassador.
You weakling Curcus. Curse your frailty.
Oh, himself?
You weakling Curcus. Curse your frailty and inability to effect change in your country.
I'm so glad he gets it.
What do you... The thing is, investigations conducted in my country have been under Agent Lang. And it is my judgment that in order to minimize disruption in the investigation, I should leave everything up to Agent Lang.
There, you see.
Oh, no way!
Why is there another person now? Okay, and here he is.
Ambassador.
Wait, I had a slightly different voice, didn't I? I didn't give him the same voice, did I? I might have. Fuck me.
Ambassador Alba, I ask that you...
Yeah, it's a little different. It's a little different. Slightly different.
I ask that you can please reconsider letting them into the Alabast. Alabast. What's that?
I've done great. It doesn't help that I have so many voices back to back anyway.
My very own secretary has bbeen murdered in the Balinese embassy. And he was apparently caught up in some very shady dealings completely unbeknownst to me. So I ask for your cooperation in our investigation. These aren't much, but I hope they can cover your travel expenses to Babal someday.
Alright, I get it. Please, if you beg Ambassador Alba, I still have to give the final okay anyway. Alright, you hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? We're in. Not so fast, my little crow girl. You are still a witness in the Babal murder, so I'd like you to please stay in the Republic of Babal. Detective Gumshoe, please take good care of Kay for me.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good to me. The fewer troublemakers, the better.
Okay. I'll never see my legs again. I'm basically floating. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. So I wanted to ask for a while, but that lady over there, is she who I think she is?
Oh, that's right. I didn't introduce the two of you yet.
Franziska von Kammer, the prosecutorial prodigy. It's nice to meet you again.
Ooh, I knew it! You're the wit lady!
You may address me as Ms. von Kammer.
Miss von Kammer.
I leave the investigation of Alabast in your hands. Thanks. Rest assured, I will outsmart both the smuggling ring and the Yatagarasu.
The smuggling ring? The smuggling ring, huh? I should ask Francisco a bit more about them before I headed to Alabast. Wait, I wanted to go see the girl. I didn't talk to the girl. Did I miss my chance to talk with the lady? Oh, that pisses me off. I never got to talk to the girl in the corner. Oh, fuck me. I would have loved to have seen her. That is actually so sad. Behind me, the Ambassador Paleno's dry smile hides the tears in his eyes. Alright. Actually sad. How was I supposed to know that once I interacted with something it was gonna begin? You've made so much progress in your investigation in such a short period of time. It's truly amazing.
Agent Hicks, whose help I had requested, was cut down before he completed his task. There is no room for further failure in my perfect investigation.
In spite of that, I believe you were able to obtain some insight into the ring, correct?
It was nothing. I simply made some deductions based on the smuggled item I was following.
You mean the ink? Why are there restrictions on the export of Balbanese ink to begin with?
That's classified Interpol info.
Hold it!
Francisco, as your subordinate, I am a part of your investigation now. Don't you think it would be beneficial if I was as well informed as you?
Point taken. Very well, I'll fill you in. Recently, we discovered some very well-made counterfeit bills circulated in Zhengfa.
Counterfeit bills? Not where I was expecting this story to go.
Yes, as you may have deduced, the counterfeits are being made with Babao's special Balbalese ink. And it's virtually impossible to distinguish bills made with Balbalese ink from real ones.
Sure.
Thus, it was only natural for Interpol to keep an eye on the Republic of Babao.
That's where this document comes into play, correct?
Correct. Mr. Kuchen was smuggling large amounts of Balbalese ink. Furthermore, he was charged with running the embassy's printing equipment.
How does this... Is the ink plus the artwork? What's the point of the artwork? Is it just extras?
That's all the evidence I needed to know that he was a head of the smuggling ring. However, there remains one tiny problem.
Let me guess, you still have yet to find the counterfeit bills or the smuggled ink.
Yes, and while we're listing things, I might as well add the counterfeit plates to the pile. Since we haven't been able to locate any of these items in the Balbalese embassy, we're looking into the Albastian embassy next. It doesn't matter where they're hidden, mark my words, I will find them.
Okay. Is that all I need to do? Clay, I'm glad you're not hurt, but please refrain from such recklessness, alright? What if you had run into the Yatagarasu? You could have been killed. Sorry to make you worry like that. I'll be more careful from now on. Good girl. It's good to conduct some self-reflection every once in a while. It's funny, you know, when I talk to you, Mr. Edgeworth, it's like I'm talking with my father. I fucking know it. Is that really so? Do I really seem that old to her? Detective Gumshoe, I'm counting on you to keep a case safe.
Yes, sir. You just leave everything to me, sir. And don't worry.
And don't worry, I'll take good care of Gummy for you.
We'll go investigate to the Babao side of things together. Right, Kay?
That's right, Gummy.
All they're missing is the last stooge. Yeah, they're just missing Maya. They're gonna get there. Ambassador Paleno, I'm in your debt.
No, it's nothing. Because it's all I can do for you, I'm afraid. I only ask that you please bring Manny's killer to justice.
Still wondering how seemingly innocent he is about the whole situation. If he was technically, like, kind of the right-hand man of... I don't want to suspect him, I'm just saying, like, he's in a perfect situation to actually know everything, but claims that he doesn't. And I'm like, suspicious. I will, Ambassador, on my honor.
Wow, you're so sensational, you've really piqued my curiosity. I know they aren't much, but here I'm giving- oh god, the fucking coupons.
No, that's quite alright.
Oh well, how about this then?
Oh. What exactly is it?
It's fountain pen ink, known as Balbalese ink. It's made exclusively in Babal.
Alright, now he's instantly more suspicious. Never mind, I cross it off. So this is Balbalese ink.
We made it from wet crystal oil, which is mined throughout mineral mines. Please accept this ink. One dip of your fountain pen in this, and you can write for hours in your organizer.
How fortunate for me, the ink in my pen just happened to have run out.
Great, wonderful. I guarantee to you that writing with our ink is an unforgettable experience. And since we don't export it, if you run out, you're always welcome to come and visit our fair nation.
Talk about cornering the customer along with the market. Well, shall we get going? What's wrong, Kay? I didn't get permission to end you. I didn't get... So we're going to go gather information we can on the Balbalese size, okay? Sorry, reading the wrong names again. Alright, I'm counting on you two. Right, and I'm counting on you and Ms. Von Kammer to sniff out clues in Alabast. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you happen to come across my phony, you let me know, okay? If you tell me, I'll rush on over straight away no matter where you are. This kid really does believe she can just conquer the world. This guy sounds like he gets off on writing with that ink. Well, the whole point of this case is the fact that, Balbalese ink is being smuggled. So the answer is absolutely. He smuggled he might have smuggled all of this oil just to use as lube, obviously. So, who's to say? Who's to say? What do I know? I'll let you know when the time comes. 8:17 p.m. Oh my god, it's been ages. Okay, still flowers, but the flowers were different. Oh, look, knives. I'm just looking. Still samurai. Oh, wait, there's a dude knocked out over here. Hold up. What's happening here? Go. What do you think you're doing to my subordinates? You're... Oh, no! Lubricated ink or inked lubricant? Inked lubricant. No, lubricant. No, just the ink. Just using the ink. Okay, nothing else. I'm so upset about this. Why is Larry in this? Why is Larry here? Someone get Larry out, alright? Larry needs to be free of the narrative and someone needs to help him, okay? Here I was thinking someone was hiding in the costume and it was probably the killer, and now I find out it's Larry? That means it's not Larry, and I hate it. I'm like, Larry, what the fuck are you doing here? Oh fuck, what was his voice? Oh, what was his voice? I'm in a really, really big pickle, your lordship. Lordship? A raven, it appeared, poof, and then disappeared, swoosh. I don't remember his voice at all. And though I am still samurai, I'm sorted. Oh, I'm so confused, I don't know what anything means anymore. Who is this fruitcake? Larry of the House of Butts. Married man of near old Tokyo, milady. Now I remember, this person is one of your friends, isn't he, Miles? Distantly. Yes, frighteningly enough, he is. I love him. Okay, sorry.
Hey, what's up with that answer? Your best bud?
Yeah, that's definitely the voice. That's the voice. Mm-hmm.
Your best bud is in a bind and you act like it's no big deal.
What sort of bind are we talking about here?
The suspect kind actually became a suspect in a murder.
I see, that is quite the bind. Not that we're in the least bit surprised. Yes, I pretty much expected this news. From the instant I saw this unlucky face. That's why he was staring at him so intently. His name is Larry Butts. I've known him since grade school, and for as long as I have known him, he has been the world's largest source of trouble with a capital T. It's funny how everyone has that one person. Also, hi Ara, hope you're doing well. I just actually say hello, rather than just be like, yes, ink lubricant,
Hey, what kind of introduction is that? You're so mean, Edgy. If you're not careful, you might find your tiny number of friends go down by 1.
That was uncalled for. Besides, you're... Wait, hold up. Just one. Larry, it was you? Hold up, I want to go back. I want to take a screenshot of this. What kind of... You might find your tiny number of friends go down by 1. That was uncalled for. Just fucking idiot. Wait, it was you. You're the one who wrote my Steel Samurai autograph. Huh?
Oh, you didn't notice earlier? I even winked at you through my headpiece.
I'm gonna... What's going on? And why are you beet red? I'm sorry, but could you not speak to me right now? I'm going through a crisis and a half. I got to meet my hero for the first time in my entire life, and it was Larry that was inside. I'm feeling a little sick, a little nauseous. I think I'm going to need a lie down, to be honest. I don't think I'm ever going to get over this in my entire life. Alright, let's get on with this. Oh, sorry, am I interrupting your comical yet melodramatic play? Yes. So this is the incident you mentioned earlier. What's the time? Hecky. Love. Mr. Prosecutor, this childhood friend of yours is our prime suspect. Of what you ask? Of the murder of a man who snuck into this embassy. Mask demasks the second. Oh, God, no, we're not bringing in the Damask killer into all of this. Mask Damask 2? I doubt it. Get the fuck out of here. Why is there a dude that's in here? Okay, we know this is definitely after the 3rd game then. This is definitely, chronologically, probably right after the events of the first, like, sorry, the 3rd game, I should say, like 1, 2, 3, and then this game. Because otherwise we wouldn't know who the Damask is. And then Larry could get himself into another mess as fine as this. And no matter what the facts seem to say, Larry is not the type to commit murder. Still, that's rather daunting stroke of misfortune I've struck. I have to prove that Larry Butts is innocent of all wrongdoing. Again. I'll say again, but that was more Phoenix's, or a Phoenix's thing rather than me. Shifu, we've identified the victim. Good work. I'll take the report now. Wait, Mission Lang, would you mind if I took a peek at it as well? What did I tell you earlier, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't get in my way. There's only enough flesh here to feed one wolf, and that one is me. So no, you may not take a peek. But Agent Lang... Oh, Bad is back in the business. Bad is back in business.
Agent Lang.
There are too many voices, guys. It's bedtime. There's too many voices. I'm going to bed. I need fresh perspective. definitely need a fresh perspective on all of this because this is crazy to me. There's so many voices. How many voices am I even doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, fuck my life, man. How am I gonna keep track of anything? Bedtime. I just saved when I wanted to exit. Alright. Bedtime, guys. Love bedtime. Bedtime's the best time. Get to play games and bedtime. Okay. Oh, so it's cold. I'm wearing 2 pants right now and I'm still cold. I hate it. I won't be warm until I'm in bed, so that's the goal. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow. I think we got a good way through this. I feel like we're not halfway, but I feel like each one has been kind of broken up into like thirds. I definitely like we're into the second part, so I'm listening to a meeting, but thank you for stream and rest well. Thanks, Estanio. Yeah. Have a lovely night's sleep, everybody. Okay. Have a lovely weekend too. That's crazy. We will finish this hopefully between Monday and Tuesday. I don't know how long it's gonna take. We'll see. So Monday, Tuesday, and then what's happening? Echoes of Wisdom. We'll probably do like either an Ocarina or a Pokemon stream, and then get straight into Echoes of Wisdom. It's gonna be great. I'm worried about Echoes of Wisdom in relation to the fact that I feel like I'm gonna be bad at it because it requires creativity. And I'm creative, but I'm creative with parameters, so we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, I sometimes need really good building blocks to build things up and how to make decisions. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. It would be a great game though. I'm really looking forward to it. I just look forward to the art style. Link's Awakening, like HD, and Echoes of Wisdom looks stunning. So hypers. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Monday. See you Monday. Okay. Nighty night.